Okay, this next case, we have a male young child, 4 years old. He's an only child to a non-consanguineous parents living in Mansoura and currently in kindergarten. The mother complained of weakness of both upper and lower limbs. There is no family history of consanguinity, yet the mother suffered from migraine. She was on anti-migrainous medications and stopped them before conception, and then resumed them in the 8 months of pregnancy. The child himself has an ASD since birth, but it's not affecting his growth and for conservative treatment. His developmental history: he was born full term at 42nd week, cesarean section, irrelevant prenatal and natal history, with both natal physiological jaundice that didn't require hospitalization. He has average developmental milestones except for delayed motor development. He stood up at 1 year and 2 months and walked around 1 year with 8 months.
ثانية واحدة، احنا عايزين سقف يا جماعة. سليم جايب لنا ورد، ليه كده يعني؟ ليه كده؟ ثانك يو. على فكرة سليم، شكرا. سليم يا جماعة هو كان دكتور أسامة عبد الغني ريفير هيم تو مي، و ما وصلناش لدايجنوزس. هتقول لكم هي قصة هاجر، وسافروا لبروفيسور إدواردو في فرنسا، عشان كده هو عارفه، وبرضه ما وصلناش لدايجنوزس. فهو هنعمل فول اب عشان تعرفوا المعاناة ان احنا نوصل لدايجنوز. فهاجر قولي لنا كده حبيبتي. خلاص يا سليم، ازيك؟ عامل ايه؟ اقعد بقى عشان الدكتور هيشوفك النهارده تاني. يلا. هو بالنسبه له يعني هو عارفه ده فول اب، احنا فعلا ما وصلناش للدايجنوزس.
His condition actually started by accident. At the age of 11 months, his parents were running a checkup. They found an elevated liver enzymes around 300, and his CBK's enzymes were around 18,000. Yet at the time, he didn't show any signs of weakness, and the family started to seek medical advice. And he received physiotherapy along with a weight-based dose of steroids with some supportive vitamins, with no weakness or definite diagnosis. At the age of 3 years old, the mother noticed increase in the size of his leg, especially the calf muscles and the shoulder, the deltoid, also with some difficulty climbing up the stairs, with being easily fatigued after short periods of walking. His general examination vitally stable. The general appearance a healthy, mobile, reactive child.
يعني هو diagnosed accidentally
Accidentally, yes.
when they found elevated liver enzymes, then they found the CK is high, then he has this hypertrophy of the muscles.
He is shorter than his age, with abdominal protrusion and moon face appearance. His neurological examination: all his cranial nerves are intact. Regarding the state, there is bilateral pseudohypertrophy in his gastrocnemius and soleus muscles, more on the right side. He has bilateral upper and lower limb proximal more than distal weakness, right more than left, especially in the upper limb, distributed in the deltoid, the shoulder abductors, with winging of the scapula. For his lower limb, there's weakness in the hip and knee flexors and hip abductors. There's also mild hypotonia around the hip. There is a frog-leg sign. Coordination is intact. A reflexes is elicited, and the superficial sensation, intact. Gait, there's waddling gait with mild exaggerated lumbar lordosis, and the sensory examination was intact. الصورة. Oh, this is the patient.
So we have actual weakness.
Yes, by examination, yes.
And we have CK level, and we started already steroid therapy.
I don't know the colors, but there is winging of the scapula.
We have deflazakort. احنا بناخد كالكورت، مش كده سليم؟ بناخد deflazakort كالكورت prednisolone. Okay. How the dose 11 وربع ملي ملي جرام 11 ملي جرام. This is a photo. Yes, yes, yes. وزنه كام دلوقتي؟ He is 15 kilograms now. When I saw Selim for the first time, I put the diagnosis of Duchenne or Becker muscular dystrophy. And this elevated CK, elevated liver enzymes, and investigation. So you did told us the investigation? Not yet. Not yet. So clinically, I thought it could be a Duchenne or Becker, or it could be sarcoglycan, Duchenne-like, or it could be a metabolic. So that's why we started diagnose. Okay. يلا ها
We have a
ورينا.
video.
اوكي يا سليم استنى عشان دكاترة. يلا شغلي كليك اعملي كليك. حد اعملي بس كليك كده يشتغل. ده امتى الفيديو ده يا سليم؟
ده من
recent؟
اسبوعين.
ده من اسبوعين لما جالك يعني. اوكي. فده في الديبارتمنت يعني. اوكي. اوكي. I found his condition is very mild. شغلي ده. اوكي. شقي دايما شقي. بص لفوق. بص فين. ايوه. اوكي. he can jump. تمام. next. لا كمان يلا next. ايوه. investigations.
His last investigations: elevated liver enzymes, elevated CBK, and his antibodies were negative.
This is the antibody for necrotizing myopathy, HMGCR negative. We successfully also have the anti-SRP and anti-HMGCR in Egypt, so it is negative. Okay.
He has an X-ray showed delayed hand bone aging with 2 years. He has a pelvic abdominal ultrasound with mild enlarged liver, and his echo showed a Duchenne muscle dystrophy with trivial mitral regurg.
What is Duchenne muscular dystrophy?
That's the comment of the echo, but
He found
normal function.
He found any cardiomyopathy?
No.
And ejection fraction is good?
Good, yes.
هو عنده طلع في مشاكل في القلب بعد كده؟ اوكي. تمام. في اي مشكله يعني هم لقوها في القلب؟
هو كان ASD
no,
بس
within normal.
ايه؟ هو كان ASD بس since birth
ASD
trivial.
ASD it's okay. لكن هو no cardiomyopathy, no dilated cardiomyopathy. No. Okay.
He has done the genes 2 times in October 20 and 20, so negative result.
احنا عملنا الاول الام ال بي اي طلع نيجاتيف للديستروفين، وبعدين عملنا هول اكزوم قلنا هيبقى الدوشين لايك طلع نيجاتيف، وبعدين عملنا هول جينوم فهو طلع ميوتيشن انكلير. وكنا خدنا له ماسل بايوبسي ان ايجيبت، هو الحقيقه ادانا الباتشي اند فينت appearance that of Becker muscular dystrophy, but we couldn't do the western blot in Egypt. And then he traveled to Professor Eduardo.
Yes, and we retrieved the muscle and we did the Western blot, and in the Western blot there are only traces of dystrophin, so it's more compatible with the Duchenne than intermediate.
This hypertrophy I found him because the muscle biopsy there was residual protein. If it is lost, so it will be Duchenne. If I have a residual, so it is patch and faint and patch, so it is more with Becker.
Yeah, And then what we did from the RNA of the muscle biopsy, we check for the mutation, and it has a very rare mutation, but that has been described, that is a donor, splicing donor mutation, okay? That it has already described in a case of Duchenne muscular dystrophy in United States. So we will see how he will...
So you found finally a mutation.
Yes.
Different than that, we did for him whole genome. Different than that in whole genome?
No, it's the same,
The
okay, the same, but the fact that we found that the dystrophin is almost absent, only traces on the Western blot, we think that we are more into Duchenne, okay? This is. When you saw mosaic, you have revertant fibers, you think, or it was, you have some expression? Do you remember?
Yes, we have the muscle biopsy. There's a patch.
Yeah.
There is a residual.
Yeah.
It's not only converted fiber. There is a residual in the muscle biopsy.
So this is a very rare and tricky case with a de novo mutation, because the parents, we did the analysis on the blood of the parents, and they are not, the mother is not, is okay, is not carrier. But sometimes in this specific region, you have a germinal instability. So there is a risk if they have another child that he has Duchenne or intermediate dystrophinopathy, I will say. In any case, it's a very rare mutation. It has been described, and the importance here to get a precise diagnosis is that we have the muscle tissue in order to do RNA studies, in order to check the expression of the dystrophin. That is a marker that help you distinguishing between the Becker form that they have residual dystrophin and the Duchenne where you find completely absent or some residual for these cases. In terms of, then we will explain to the parent.
To examine him today?
Yeah, we can examine it. In term of therapy, so the steroids are fundamental, okay? So it helps them, it delay the gait loss in the patient. It protects the respiratory function, okay? So it's very important.
What about the new gene transfer?
So the new gene therapies have been approved in United States by Sarepta, but with some doubts. So is a we have to wait in order to see if it's a possibility. We need to check every year the heart, and start. Now he's how old is now exactly?
Amra did it once.
4. So I think around in 1 year we can start cardioprotective therapies, around 5 years, and then
Usually give or you wait? You give usually.
we start.
You start.
We start. And then the other things we need to do, he doesn't have prominent contractures, but we need to work it.
Playing and physiotherapy.
This is very important. We have to control the weight. Okay, of course, with steroids, the child wouldn't be so tall, but the important is to preserve the muscle function. Yeah, I think that's it. Do you give him some vitamin D and calcium?
Yes.
It's perfect.